Beard is bearding, brother. His light.
How's Keisha, by the way?
Beard is, he's good. Hold on, I'm gonna record this video.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. All right, bye. All right. So avoidance and I thought I had something in my teeth. Avoidance and anxious preoccupieds. Okay. They are anxious. Like avoidance are anxious. I don't know if I like this lighting. Fuck it. Avoidance are anxious and anxious are avoidant. Okay. And the reason they are is because of how they look at their feelings. Okay. I am an anxious preoccupied. I have attracted nothing but avoidance. And as I heal, which is not even healing. Oh, she's fine. Dude, why is there so many beautiful women on earth? Like, hey! Fuck, dog, I just want to go say something to her. Oh my God, she turned sideways. Oh my God. She's in a black sundress. Anyways, anxious preoccupieds are avoidant, and avoidants are anxious. Now, the avoidance will show you what you are avoiding. Okay? And this is something I said to my friend, and he said to his friend, and I'm loving this because I have my two best friends, right? They're both talking to their own friends, and they're both seeing a difference, and it's just like, this is amazing. This is so amazing. The positive like ripple that's happening already. It's like, imagine 10 years from now, right, where we're gonna be at, you know. So what's super cool is that the avoidant will show you what you're avoiding, right? And you'll show the avoidant what they're anxious about. Okay, so it's really funny how that fucking works out. But you are anxious because of the way you look at your feelings, not because of the feelings you have. This is something that a lot of people get really fucked up, especially me. And this is what like everyone in this space gets fucked up. And it's like, don't learn attachment theory. Don't learn it. Don't do it. It's just, it's like whatever, like there's two forms of diabetes, right? Type 1, type 2. Which one is the one that you get? Not the one that's genetic that you're born with. What's the one that you get from being a fat ass? Like you just fucking eat wrong and all this shit. Whatever that one is, that's what attachment theory is. Like you basically are just learning more about your symptoms. Oh my God. Another chick in a black sundress, and she's so thick, bro. What the fuck is happening? Focus, Paul. Anyways, whatchamacallit? You're just learning symptoms. You're not learning how to heal. It's not even healing, but you're just learning symptoms. Okay. So that's what attachment theory is. It's just like, okay, you have this. So it helps you understand yourself, but not in the way so that you can change yourself, okay? Just understand this. For anxious preoccupieds, you are anxious not because of who you are, but because of what you do, okay? So, I'm anxious. I'm not anxious because I'm Paul. I'm anxious because of what Paul is doing. Does that make sense? If anyone did what I'm doing, they would be anxious too. A lot of anxious preoccupieds do not get this. They don't understand this. They're like, oh fuck, like I'm fucking anxious because I'm Paul. And it's just like, no, you're anxious because of what the fuck you're doing. If anyone was in a relationship where they weren't speaking up for their needs and they were afraid to lose love, so they didn't speak up for their needs, they would be fucking anxious. Anybody. You know, secure people date avoidance and become anxious. Okay? And they didn't become anxious. The avoidant just showed them the side where there is anxiety, which is good. Like, you don't become anxious. You just get revealed what was already in you. So it's just like, I thank the avoidance. And I'm just like, oh, okay, where was I super anxious? And it's just like, okay, let me look at that differently. Let me look at that differently. So it's how you perceive your feelings that makes you anxious. And then they show you what you're avoiding. And you're anxious because you're avoiding it. So it's it's the whole attachment theory industry. Once I conquer the subconscious space, I'm gonna be like Elon Musk, but instead of like man-made stuff, I'm gonna do like mind-made stuff, like consciousness. So like he like tackled like, you know, PayPal, and then Tesla, and then SpaceX, right? It's like, I'm going to do the same thing, but for consciousness. So once I'm done with the subconscious, like, performance, like, and I get, like, 6-figure entrepreneurs, 7 figures, 7 figures, 8 figures, 8 figures to, 9 figures, whatever, and so on. I'm just going to, like, come into the attachment space and just completely destroy the whole space. Because it's such bullshit. Attachment theory to relationships is what the Western, the allopathic medical community is to America. Like, it's just symptom management. It does not teach you how to fucking heal. So it's absolutely garbage. It's absolutely bullshit. Do not fucking, if someone is selling you on attachment theory, run. It's just fucking teaching you how to manage symptoms. And that's just not what I'm about, like, at all. Okay? Holistically, that's just not who I am as a person. I've never been that way. Okay? You have anxiety, it can be cured. You have depression, it can be cured. Okay? Like, I just don't do this. And then, so I look at it, you are anxious, preoccupied because of how you relate to yourself. If anyone related to themselves the way you relate to yourself, they would be anxious, preoccupied. Is this making sense? If anyone related to themselves the way an avoidant relates to themselves, they too. Now, sure, like, you can look at it this way. It's like, oh, well, they relate to themselves in the same way. Like, they're both afraid to be abandoned. They're both afraid. Oh, I actually like that. There we go. They're both afraid to be abandoned. They both feel like they're not good enough. Sure. And then the symptoms that they, right, how they respond to how they relate to themselves, sure. You can say that's different, right? It's like, how can you, right? Because if you put 1 million people through the household of an anxious, preoccupied, you're probably going to spit out, I don't know what the coin flip would be. Would it be 50-50 avoidant and anxious? Or, you know what I'm saying? Like, sure, people respond to it differently, but nonetheless, it right? Because the same thing for medically, right? People can eat certain foods and get certain diseases, and then other people can eat the exact same foods and not get any disease, or get different diseases, right? So you just have to look at your attachment style basically as a dis-ease of how you relate to yourself. That's actually super genius. That's all it is. That's all the symptoms are, right? And that's how attachment theory became a thing, was because we came to the time in the world where we're at for enough people to display enough of the same symptoms for them to group you into a group and then make an industry out of it, right? Because it's like, it's an epidemic, but it's an epidemic not because it's an epidemic. It's an epidemic because there's a cause, right? Like, it's how do I explain this? It's because of the system. And when I say the system, it's like, how do I explain this without going down a deep fucking rabbit hole? Like, we're not being raised the way we're supposed to be raised. We're supposed to be raised in, like, tribes, in communities, right? And then not have to perform, you know what I'm saying, for money and shit like that. We just don't live in the world that, we're supposed to live in, that we're designed to live in. Let's say that. So because of that, you have all of these. Basically, look at attachment styles as a style that you develop due to a lack of love. And it doesn't matter. You can be like, oh, my parents were so loving. Sure. Okay, cool. But it's what happens when a human being. I'm not even going to go down that fucking rabbit hole. Anyways, that's all it is. It is a dis-ease of how you relate to yourself. And then you display certain symptoms, and then you are grouped. You're either anxious, preoccupied, you're either fearful avoidant, dismissive avoidant, or you relate to yourself in a healthy manner, and you are secure, right? But you can change how you relate to yourself. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's it. Anxious, preoccupied, it's just how you perceive your feelings. But you don't know that. You think that something is wrong with you because of your feelings. That's not true. Everyone has those feelings, and everyone would have those feelings if they did exactly what you're doing. If they weren't speaking up for their needs, they too would be anxious. Yes. So, yeah. Anyways, hope you enjoyed.